a woman who is suing Lyft because she says that when the Uber that she ordered showed up, or excuse me, the Lyft that she ordered showed up, the driver said, "You cannot get in my car. You are too fat." Take a listen.
Blanding tells us she was just trying to get to a Detroit Lions watch party this month when her Lyft rolled up.
As I'm walking, I see him like making faces or whatever. I'm like, oh man.
She already knew.
I can fit in this car.
No, believe me, you can.
Yes, I can.
Believe me.
He told her there's not enough room in his car.
The kicker part was when he started to talk about his tires. You know, I feel like that was a slap in the face. That was like my tires, you know, like.
The driver said his tires could not handle her weight.
For every big person you turn down because they can't fit in your car?
Yeah, because they need to order the Uber XL.
You know what? I don't never have to order Uber XL.
He apologized, canceled the ride, and left her there. The rapper says she's pretty tough.
I get the money and flip it and make time food.
Dank DeMoss, as she's known at the mic, is crushed by the whole situation.
I just want them to know, like, it really hurt my feelings.
It looks like Lyft might be hurting pretty soon, too.
I knew it was illegal, and I knew that it was wrong.
Her attorneys, John Marco and Zach Runyon, say weight is a protected characteristic in Michigan by law.
It would be no different than a driver pulling up and saying, you know, I don't want to have black people in my car, or I don't want to have Christians in my car, or Muslims in my car. It's the same. Under the law, it's the same.
The lawsuit is filed. Since she posted the encounter on social media, other full-figured folks have reached out saying the same thing happened to them.
Well, that seems like it's not the same. I mean, of a black person. I mean, obviously, I don't know the situation here, but if somebody physically couldn't fit in the car, or it would not be able to go, that's a lot different. Now, I don't know if that's the case. This guy could just be a jerk. I don't understand that part. But, you know, there's definitely a difference.
Well, and I think our question, and we do have our official attorney, Lisa Lanier, on the phone because we need some help with this one. But my thought in the very beginning was, is it kind of on her in a way? Because when I go into my app to get a Lyft, I know that, like, if I'm traveling with a party of 6, I'm not going to request a car that is a 2-door sedan. You know what I mean? Like, I know that 6 people traveling somewhere in a Lyft is not going to fit in that. Maybe should she have been aware? I don't know, but we do have our official attorney, Lisa Lanier. Good morning, Lisa.
Hey, good morning. Yeah, so this rapper, Dank DeMoss, she happens to be 100% in the right in this situation, and she will prevail because it is in Michigan. Michigan is the only state in the entire country where weight and height as well are protected classes, just like race. It's been the law in Michigan since 1976. So yeah, you can't deny somebody because they're short, they're too tall, they're too fat. It's all protected in Michigan. And here, it was just her. It wasn't a bunch of people. So she had the right type of car because she rides in sedans all the time. She's not too big to get in a sedan. Mm-hmm. The driver was just, and she actually favors a sedan because she finds it easier to get in and out of than like crawling up into an SUV. Mm-hmm. And so this guy was saying that his tires couldn't handle it. But her lawyers are all over this, and they've looked into the capacity of the vehicle and the tires that he was driving, and it could have held between 800 pounds and 1,200 pounds of passenger weight. And so she was nowhere near that. And so, it really was just, I think, that he was discriminating against her because, or either that or he was just misinformed. But yeah, there's, in Michigan, again, it is very unusual. No other state does it, but you cannot discriminate against anyone in employment or housing or any kind of public accommodation, whether it's, the movie theater, you name it, because it's exactly as her lawyer said, is exactly like saying, I can't let you ride in my Lyft because you're black.
Well, and it seemed like this driver went above and beyond in insulting her, because if he truly felt like he couldn't get, let's say he thinks that obviously my tires can't handle. What human being would say that to another human being? Yeah. You would just say, I don't think that this is the best ride for you, or something, if you cared about her feelings.
No, I think he's probably the jerk what he did. But at least let me ask you something based upon that in Michigan, because this raises some questions to me. because I under the law, it's like you're saying that it's the same thing as if it was based on race or something like that. But let's say, for instance, this person went to an amusement park and the safety belt would not attach right. So that now did that person have, or it just could not handle, the ride could not handle that person's weight. Now the person can sue because it's discrimination?
No, there would have to be. So the question would be, could there be a reasonable accommodation? And if there can't be a reasonable accommodation, then you certainly wouldn't have to do it in that situation. It is basically much like if a disabled person tries to ride a roller coaster. There's some situations where they can do it because they can be accommodated. In other situations, it's not safe. So no, they wouldn't make them. It's something that was truly not safe. They wouldn't. But here, this guy's just using that as smoke and mirrors about his tires.
Because he did, I guess technically, if they wanted to fight back, his argument would be the accommodation was getting a bigger Uber. That's what he said.
Mm-hmm.
But she couldn't get in his Uber.
I see.
Yeah.
Well, it is interesting that you say that she's more into sedans, because I know somebody that's extremely overweight, and that person's car is smaller. It's easier for that person to get in a smaller car than it is these bigger cars.
To just kind of, slide in. I mean, my dad has trouble with his hips. He's not obese, but he has trouble with his hips. And he said that it's just easier to kind of like fall into the seat, if that makes sense, than it is to try to climb up into. And so I understand that.
What's the claim? Like, what do you think an amount awarded? And would it be him personally that gets sued, or would it be Lyft that gets sued? And what would she possibly get? And what would she get it from? Would it be because what's the claim?
Yeah, so she's going after Lyft because he was acting on their behalf, and she's actually entitled to emotional distress. She can get, in Michigan, they're big on doing like sensitivity training for the offending employee as part of one of the conditions of the damages. She can get punitive damages. She can get her attorney's fees. So there's a lot. It just really depends on the jury and kind of how angry they are at this guy about it. And it's
Lisa, how much can you get?
Well, what would you start at? Would you start at like $20,000, $200,000, and $2 million? Where
for
are we talking?
Emotional distress?
I think in this situation, they're certainly looking in the hundreds of thousands. I'm sure.
Oh my gosh!
She's high profile in that area. They've come out, really strong with the press conferences and stuff. So I'm sure they're looking to get punitive damages. Now, whether they'll get that or not, I don't know, because the same prejudice that overweight people face, like in this situation, is really rampant among jurors. When I have a jury trial, if my client is overweight, it's a huge issue. And I often will really try to deal with that head on and get people to kind of think about,
wait, what do you mean?
Can you be fair? People are very prejudiced against overweight people.
See, we were just
people
talking
on
about
juries.
this.
People on juries.
Yeah.
So you're telling me that you're saying that people on jury, regardless of the facts, that can be twisted because of their perception of how they look.
Yeah, because people think that they're lazy or you can help it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And especially like in an injury situation or something. Well, no wonder your back hurts. You're fat. Like that kind of attitude. And these people are. Jurors are incredibly judgmental and incredibly prejudiced, and it's obesity, it's the color of your skin, it's it's just, you name it. They're incredibly judgmental and prejudiced, and that's a huge one that people, the obesity part, because it's hard to confront that. You know what I mean? It's not your typical type of prejudice, but it's rampant, absolutely rampant.
Wow. Well, we'll keep you posted on how it goes for her.
I'm shocked about the short
bank.
They have the short law in Michigan where you can't be prejudiced against short people. That's kind of shocking to me. A little bit cold up there, but if I would live there, I would try to look for any possibility that I can get prejudiced. And then they can call Lisa and be like, I got one.
People abusing the law, Lisa.
I couldn't get on this. They denied me because of my shortness.
All right. Don't make her cough. Feels like everybody's got the cough lately.
Oh, I hope you guys don't catch it. My gosh, it sounds like you did already. Hey, I haven't been around you, so I didn't do it. Not me this time.
Jason did it this time. So Jared was here, and
did
then
you,
he had
Jason?
Yeah.
It was just it's like a hit in the face thing. 24. I can't describe it. It's terrible. But now Jared has it.
Yep. So we're probably all next, Lisa. All right.
Aw.
Well, if you are injured, thank you, Lisa. If you are injured on the job, contact a heavyweight. Hire a heavyweight with Lisa Lanier. HireAheavyweight.com.